Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bazaar. It is Dooley Day here today. So we're going to go to see what we can do on the Jorts patch, is what I'm still going to call it. Regardless of how Jorts forward this patch is. What do we want to do as Dooley? I'll be honest. Let's see the core first. I feel like I probably want to go with the core. Why? It's flexible. It's flexible. I don't feel like I'm committing to anything, and I also think that I've done this recently. I may have done the core recently too, but when you pick this, you're not really picking a specific build. I think the last time I did this was with the Langxian run, which, yeah, we could probably do that again, but we probably won't. It's probably not going to be what we do today. Gold tier skill. I think it can definitely be good on the core. I feel like it's a flexible core, and thus we can be flexible with the gold skills. Enchanted item is gambling, and this is, this just lets me pivot into whatever directions feel fun. So I'm going to go with the gold. I'm going to go with the income. I feel like it's the call for me. We're going to win the PvE fight regardless. I think the core can actually even beat Viper just by itself, ever since it got that flat damage boost. So we could just run into the jungle ruins and take an upgrade there. But Isla, there's some good stuff here too. Alpha Ray, Arc Blaster. We could throw both of these on the left. I feel like that's good. We could also even, since we started Econ, we could roll here looking for, an Uzi. That's good. 2 seconds, we can cast it a lot, thus the core will go off a lot, thus we get the damage upgrades a lot. It seems good enough for day one. I mean, as long as they didn't also go for, a gold tier skill or something. Not much that I'm excited about here for this setup. So I guess we go for Bananable because duct tape is good. That's just it. Bananable because duct tape is good, and because blue nanas could give us a piece of food for the tiny furry monster, the TFM. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Hey, duct tape. I may or may not use it on day one. I probably won't, honestly. Not a lot of small items that I'd be looking for right now. I guess Alpha Ray, I would take it. What else? Because I have a full board here. So I think that just getting some gold, sure. And then I guess the question will be, do we want to up something? We could even, we could dupe an Alpha Ray. We could have 2 items that sort of fall off halfway through the game that way. That'd be so good. We could go for a Tuzi. That's kind of interesting. Additionally, we could just grab the skill here, the random skill, and hope it's something cool. You know what? Sure. We didn't Gamba earlier. Let's Gamba here. Okay. Immolating Spark is a good skill to have. Obviously, it has nothing to do with my board. We didn't get a rocket launcher at the weapons vendor, which, truth be told, that's usually what you're looking for on day 1 or day 2 for Dooley to kind of help you through that early game. Think we'll be okay? I would hope that we'll be okay, because we do have scaling, but the issue is that Uzi's going to run out. We should be fine, even with the Uzi running out, but we'll see, I guess. I think it'll be okay. Okay, Uzi's done. I think we've laid enough groundwork that this is completely fine. Yeah, we're good. If the fight continued on, we would still be good, but Magma Core? I guess they got a Curio as their final shop or something. Maybe they're looking for, I don't know, or maybe they got that from the random neutral. I wonder where they got that. Curio, Lickit, scrap salvage. I'll be real, I'm not jazzed about any of this. I will just go to Curio because there's a couple interesting upgrades. We'll take the Salamander Pup because clearly we have Immolating Spark, so this will be good on something. Like, we will be looking for a thing. We'll take the Makeshift Barricade. Or the Feather. Maybe we'll take the Makeshift Barricade. Do we want to? I'll take the Fang. It's a 3-second weapon. It's actually pretty good. Shadowed Cloak can be good. Man, it could be good with, like, Motherboard. That'd be a weird angle we could take. Haste, like, put it on the core, and then when the core gains haste, it gains damage. There's something weird there you could do. Alright. Well, that settles that. We will absolutely take a rear shielding, because 25 shield on a duct tape is good. And we are going to fish for DJ Robot, because it's just really strong. Oh, God. As far as burn items go, that's one of the last ones I want. Unless you're, like, on a friend run. It's just one of the worst. But I'll think about it. In the case of a DJ Robot run, that's kind of a haste run. Could be a haste run. And, you know, then maybe we play it. But we're spending our econ here. Micro David. I'll be honest. Micro Dave is definitely good enough for the early game. Especially if we go... We're going to go Rogue Scrapper. We are going to try and get to level 3. We didn't get offered Tiny Furry Monster, did we? No. We didn't on day 1. Does that mean we definitely get offered it on day 2? I actually don't know the answer to that. God, this is such a staggering amount of shield. Oh, duct tape. You silly, silly goose. Uzi's almost gone, but, you know. It just front-loaded the value like crazy. I mean, they're not killing me. Okay. That's a good skill. Slow an item at the beginning of combat. I'm going to take the Jungle Ruins and take some regen in case we are dealing with like a little bit of poison. And then I'm going to go to Finn's Big Bite and I'm going to up my duct tape. It's just that good of an item. Unfortunately, I don't think we want to put Micro Dave in. It's like, unless we want to do this. I think we do. I actually think, you know what? I think the answer is that we do. When you use a small item, charge this a second. I think that that's fine. We don't need this anymore, which means we could play that. Which means we could play that. Okay. Micro Dave core for day 2. I think that's a good answer. That'll give us much better scaling damage than an Alpha Ray will. Got a improvised bludgeon, an obsidian revolver sword. That's kind of fun. I mean, you're dead as hell. Like, I'm sorry to say. Micro David cares not for your obsidian. It's just, like, not even close to close. This duct tape, man. Give it back to Dooley, you cowards! So that Dooley could have an even stronger early game for some reason. Alright, so we don't have any tech, so this is a full-on 7-second item. Fang is good. We could throw in the core. I think we're just rocking this for the time being. Hamlet. I don't have a Hamlet victory on my spreadsheet. I think there's a reason for that, though, and it's, well, how do you really make a Hamlet run work on Dooley? He doesn't have that many slow tools. Okay. I am going to go for the tempo of this increase right here. I think it's really, really, really huge on Dooley to get that amount of extra value. in our health department, especially when we're going for scaling. It's also one of the few ways you can counteract poison as Dooley. DJ Robot could be here, but this is a mountain pass. And that's a Prince Marianus. I think we beat Prince Marianus. I think that the duct tape beats Prince Marianus.
We want the world.
Which, this is incredible RNG if we can beat him. If we can beat him, this is... Which I'm pretty sure we can. That's 4 free XP on day 3. If we can get 2 Prince Marianus fights, we are going to be so far ahead of everyone, it's disgusting.
By
God.
fin and gill, I will sink this city
Yeah.
to the mud.
Prince Marianus from the day 3, who's it? What's it? Oh, Mules. Interesting. Interesting. We can get Prince Marianus from a day 3 caravan and beat that fight. Like, it's kind of disgusting. Because he is easier than, like, I would rather fight him than, like, the Dabbling Apprentice sometimes. Like, on this run, we'd be fine because it's basically a shield check fight. Or not the Dabbling, well, I mean, a little bit the Dabbling Apprentice, but I meant, Flame Juggler. The guy who just applies, like, 20, 30 burn to you at the start of combat and then barely does anything. That one. Oh, my lord. Rigged indeed. Upgrade a bronze? That is a good question. We're just going to throw in more smalls to help with the micro Dave core. It's a real world where upgrading Aiden makes sense. Same with upgrading micro Dave. I don't think we're going to be keeping micro Dave for a long time. I think we'll probably keep first Aiden forever. He's just that kind of guy. So this is more of a I'm less likely to remove you from my board. We could go for skills. We probably should go for skills. JJ, what do you got?
First, Profit 10.
Oh, shoot. I can't play Induction Aegis without griefing one of my skills. Or my positioning. Micro Dave.
Do you have to leave already? Now,
Take a thrusters instead here. 6 seconds. We'll put that on Aiden and Arc Blaster. Well, I mean, we could put it on Hamlet. Sure. Whenever you use another tech, that was like this is tech. Slow is only when we duct tape. I don't know. There's the motherboard. Could have done it.
Heat up, bulk up, get
That good.
solid.
It's that good.
That's right.
If we do find a way to utilize, like, Eel's Hamlet, I think I can keep a duct tape in that board.
Are you sure? Have you
Yeah.
noticed I'm huge?
What do we have? Halliday, Brass Knuckles, Bandages, Jewelry, Toxic, Yo-Yo, Start, Bushel. I don't want to fight you later. I'll tell you that for sure. I'm happy to fight you right now, though. Even with the cleansing of my burn, you are still going to get absolutely rolled.
Well, I guess motivation isn't
It's just it's Micro Dave and a bunch of small crap board is what it is, and it's good enough. We got our survivability, a little bit of sustain, small amounts of utility, and good skills. Like, we capitalized. What do you got, JJ?
person, and sometimes I sell stuff. I get it. You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
That's tech. So that speeds up the Arc Blaster, and it's like a little bit faster. So yeah, we're just going for fast stuff. The bomb squad should basically be like a 4.5-ish second item. We could go for health if we're feeling like we want to. What a surprise. What would I want here? An enchanted item. Like, we would want to find like an early enchant. You know what? Let's let him surprise us. And by that I mean, let's let him disappoint us. Chris Army Knife is good to just have. If you ever want to go for soldering gun, Chris Army Knife is really, really good. And Microdave is good with soldering gun, which is, you know, if it's by a friend, it gets a multicast. If it's by a tool, it gets a multicast. If it's by Chris Army Knife, it gets 2 multicast, and it's a small. You can see how that could be good with Microdave.
You came to the wrong outland, stranger.
I don't think so, man. I don't think we've officially, like, started to lap other opponents yet on levels, but we're not far from being able to. We could hit a couple. Like, we never got off for Tiny Furry Monster.
Phew, gotta hand it to you. That was a mighty fine tussle.
Aladi.
If you want grim and stoic, you came to the wrong Sphinxian. I believe in joy.
Yeah, they changed this. The first 2 times you use your rightmost item, charge a slow item. It's so much worse. It's so much worse. Even if we wanted to go for this route, even if we want to go to that route, I would prefer left-handed
I think you had a break.
to buff up the eels. Could be fun stuff here, but this is a mountain pass. I'm not going to mountain pass that. Up.
You'd make a lovely statue.
All right. We've hit all of, like, the primo skills. What's one more? Give me a little bit of a petrifying gaze, eh? This is just like a disgusting tempo board, really.
I kind of enjoyed it.
When you heal or gain regen. I'm Dooley. I have all of my healing and regen items. That's not true. Now that they made it so it's when you gain regen, I guess Solar Farm can work now too. All right, I'm going to start to look for a different, like a potentially different board. Coolant's good. We'll probably put that in. Let me just. Pylon, you say? Pylon, you say? Okay, I say.
Use that for the good of all.
This is a little bit of something. Like, there's that. And then what else do we do? We need, like, way more slows. Freeze a small item for a second. The more important thing is cleanse half your burn. This just, like, straight up wins some fights for you for free. It's wild. I mean, if I get DJ Robot, it's all in the gutter. And we just go for that. Oh, boy. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. When you use another friend, this gains a burn. .5-second cooldown. Let's give it a go. That's a really early charcoal. It's got absolutely nothing on Thermal Lance. That is a big lang. Thank God for the duct tape. What kind of crit? 10. It's just the Vanessa's amulet. We should be fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. Not even close. We're good. I don't know. It took charcoal that long to catch up to Microdave's burn. It's worth noting it upgrades really well. Because whenever you use another friend, this gains 2 burn. But the cooldown is just way too high on that item. Way too high. Not super interested in weapons, but I also kind of just want to see what you got. There's no slow-based weapons. Like, we can't really do this in cool LEDs, because then if we wouldn't have the core, so what's the point of even doing that? Oh, boy. Bleh, bleh. I'll tell you one thing, it doesn't look like it's charcoal. Okay, I'm gonna go weird with it. That works. I will absolutely waste my time going for an electric heels angle now. Alright. Another attempt at the Gorgon. Probably want to swap these. You could even put the thrusters by the Microdave instead for the cooldown reduction. That probably is better.
I could use
Crap.
a strong arm like yours.
Love it. Yep. You saw that, right? Okay. Level 7. I'm going for it. You could have slow stuff. Turbo first Aiden? Sure. That's wild. Hasten item for 6 seconds. Chem snail. Over the core? It's over the core? I don't know. I would probably rather just have the core left. I'd just rather have first aid in it, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Can we do this? Doesn't matter, I'm going to. When your enemy uses an item, charge this 2 seconds. Okay, let me think. We keep the duct tape, we keep the Aiden. We do this. When you slow charge this a second. I mean, ideally that'd be good. What am I doing here? This is so bad. What a throw. I'd rather throw a hero than die a meta cringe lord. Not that micro Dave, it's just like meta. I just want to try this out. 6.6. Yeah, I don't know. We do start with a slow as well, which is kind of nice. So we start out with a haste. We have start of combat haste because of Pylon. Whenever we slow, we haste. Good. That looks like a lot of items. That's comforting. It's just a much worse board until I get some kind of scaling, though. It's so much worse. It's nothing. It is nothing. But they're also out of juice entirely. Their board is somehow even less. They also have a million HP from the knee brace and stuff. Huh. This is nothing, though. We need some good skills. Some really good skills. Or like proboscis? Small items. I mean...
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is highly concentrated.
This was to find a way to make Hamlet work, but it's just like, I'm not going to be able to do it like this. I don't even think I can find Hamlet.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it.
Well, I'll be honest. Power drill is a pretty logical way to turn this into something.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Hamlet. Okay, let's just see how this looks. This is an ethical power drill board, in my opinion, because there's also an electric eels on here. Proboscis. We wouldn't mind that. Neural toxin could be fun. The thing is, the more items they use, the faster the drill ends up going. And also Hamlet's here. He's just so bad. He's just so bad. I know he's bronze, but like, there was precisely like, wow, like one patch where he wasn't bad. Hear me out. There's 2 burn skills that'd be really good. That's one of them. When you use your leftmost item, burn 2. Hotspot.
Element of surprise, you know?
Whenever you use an adjacent weapon, slow an item for a second. Oh, Hamlet. What do you got here, though?
To join you on your mission. As you free me, I will free others.
Non-weapons, I'm curious. Cool LEDs doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to get rid of Dave, so I'm not tempted. Don't tempt me, Frodo. And I'm going to sell Hamlet, because if I can find an upgraded Hamlet, then maybe I'll pivot back to Hamlet. It's day 6 now, so finding bronze is not really very reliable.
My fight isn't with you.
So basically, is it neurotoxins? Was it? Yeah, neurotoxin is basically a metronome. This is basically a heavy metronome.
You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
All right. And then we can enchant it if we get like fiery or toxic or whatever. Just give me some regen at this point. I want to save a little bit of cash. I think I'm good. Like, I think I basically have my board. So just give me some kind of weird things. Burn 7, gain 3 regen. Like, I guess I could play that over duct tape. Shock Trooper has incendiary rounds. Whenever you use an adjacent item, do whatever. Burn. You know that. Put that here, I guess. Ghost Pepper, we do have the ability to get some regen. I'm just like, there's only one thing I want out of that fight, and it's disgusting. No, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting incendiary rounds or whatever. Yeah, the one unfortunate thing about my board is it's very reactionary. Like, if they don't cast a lot, if they are a one-shot build, I can't really get online. Oh my god, you have the thing. Do I want it? Give me some loot. CDR or something? Do I want to play that? Probably. Yeah, I think so. We can go Artisan Dunes. I think that we prefer this here because when it goes off, it triggers 2 status effects, and we want that to be by the drill. The other option is we do this, but then we're sacrificing Hotspot. Does that really matter? Maybe that doesn't matter. Because it's probably, yeah, it's probably just better for the drill to be in the middle. Is there a small item I would rather have? I don't think so. I think we could just go for... Okay, so the real reason is we lose left-handed on the drill. That might actually be a problem. It's a Dooley, so they should proc my eels like crazy anyways. This should be fine. I think we're going to be ICD capped on slow... What the hell? We're going to be ICD capped on slow haste and burn anyways, as is. Yeah, it's just like... It's nothing. Nothing to worry about, dude. Oh, eels. I am for eels. I think we just go for the fight. We're quite satisfied. Frigate has incendiary rounds as well. Frigate also has Firestarter, which is really, really good for this. Like, it just lets you start out a lot faster. Because we already have start of combat haste, start of combat slow. So if we get start of combat burn, we're going to be like, start of combat, start your whole thing. XP, obviously, here.
Is more than a city.
Slow.
Their plaything.
I'll admit that is not something I really care about. We could put it on the drill, and then we're very self-sustaining. And we could really lean into slow synergies. Or we could Gamba on the neural toxin, or we could Gamba on the drill. I'm going to just Gamba on the drill. Let's have some fun.
So dull. Let me brighten them.
That's good. Like, I'm not going to lie. That's pretty good. And then as far as what else we want to do, whenever you slow charge a burn item is a skill you have. Not really something I care about. I'll go for the potential for CDR. It goes really well on eels and like the power drill and stuff. But yeah, I mean, just the fact that we are generating shield now is just good. It doesn't help us go infinite, but we're already kind of there. If they use any items, we're basically infinite. We're not playing that. I could go for chocolate. I'm just gonna, sure, whatever. But I'm gonna go for the bronze. I want to save a little bit of cash. We could even go for a temp boost, but there's a couple of things we could get from Curio that would be good. Like rocket boots to upgrade this would be nice. A little bit of damage upgrade's nice. But yeah, rocket boots. This is good too.
Now that's a bargain.
10 burn whenever you use these. It's just good. 1% CDR, I sleep. Sorry. A win-streaking Vanessa versus a win-streaking Dooley. What? If it's like a win-streaking Lang Vanessa, I'm not happy to see it. Darkwater Anglerfish Lighthouse. You got the full shebang. Wait, where's your slow? Where's your slow? Why are you playing this without slow? I'm so confused.
Next time, boys.
What?
Less blunder, more plunder.
They're playing the I started with gold and fiery, so I'm clicking every single burn item I see build. They basically have 2 lighthouses. When you slow charge this, they basically have 2 lighthouses that charge on slow and no slow. They are just playing the fiery, click all of the burn items and get Fire Claw build. Gotcha. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. So we probably don't want the Dooley skills. We could get Beautiful Friendship, which is whenever you use a friend, your weapons gain damage. That is good. I think we're just going to click weapon, but I'm not really happy with those options.
I mean, good to meet you.
Those are all so bad now.
Today you have become slightly less
Sure.
weak. Ryokon is proud.
There's a lot of things, a lot of vendors we would have preferred to see for skills there. But I think I don't know, it's looking like we might just coast this into a win. Could go for chocolate or gumballs here. I just don't know what else I would do. I wouldn't even take a metronome at this point. This is just a better metronome. This on our board is a heavy metronome. Just because of the board that we have set up. I wouldn't mind an upgraded pylon, but I also don't really care. But gumballs would be like, if I'm going there, I'm spending everything. This doesn't last for the PvP fight. This is just a bad set of nodes. I'm going to click Andy.
Just taking the first step toward
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand. Class isn't for everyone.
Blood Reef Captain could get CDR, but Enclave Revenant lets us press our advantage even further towards just, like, trying to absolutely multi-lap enemies. I'm quite vulnerable to freeze and stuff, especially since, it's worth noting, I have 3 active items and 2 of them are large, and those items are hard to freeze, meaning if we're fighting somebody with, like, a little bit, even like a little bit of freeze, it's going to be going here. We could look for pylon so that this goes to 2 seconds slow and 2 seconds haste, which is good, but I think we're perma haste as is. We're not perma slow. This is 2 XP. I also might not even find it. I also could find bunker. I think we just take the 2 XP. CDR, please. $25G. Glad we saved some money. I throw in my duct tape. That works. This doesn't work. I think we just roll. Whenever you use a weapon, your shield items gain 3 shield for the fight. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. We use a lot of weapons. And you know what's even cool? We are in a spot where, even though we're like going for a rapid drill build, we could maybe be okay against Caltrops. Oh, it's a gym it's a big ego gym build. Ooh. I'm glad we're slowing. Yeah, we're fine. Are we? Yes, we are. If they get like another cast off, it's very quickly getting to the point where we have no chance. Jim is a late game monster, but like the only reason I was really scared was because of big ego. They're only at 40. Huh. I guess that's like, that makes sense if you're just playing it the normal way. Like, you're just buying weapons. Give me some gold. All right, we are looking to just close out the day and win. And get a clean 10-0 and then be on our merry way. So, you know what? It's been real, Aiden. Okay. We don't have any small items that actually cast, so this is an easy octopus angle. On top of the fact that we actually could make use of hyperfocus. We do only have one medium item. Alright, incoming, they're going to start using their stuff and we're going to go wild. Alright. What a dumb build. And then we could get gold tier skills. I think that's usually a good call on drill. However, Eels upgrades in such a nice way. When your enemy uses an item, charge this 3 seconds. Followed by a monster range. You know what? Sure. And this is our potentially our last node.
Because you're gonna get dirty.
Honestly, Old Sword's not a bad pickup. 3% CDR everywhere. Balcony. If this was a healing drill, I would consider Hogwash. Oh, there's a couple good things. It just doesn't, I don't even, like, it doesn't even improve things that much, which is wild. Isn't that weird? That's weird. Oh, sick. All right, well, we're going to go for this so we can sell it if we need to.
But I guess you can keep it.
It's a pig. That's not what you want to see this late in the game. But hey. Cash cannon, goggles, hatchet, slingshot, model ship, marbles, matchbox. They're going to be casting a lot. Eels is going to have a field day. As soon as they actually get to start playing the game. Look at Eels go. Eel, 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 eel. This is the perfect pig for us to fight. Absolutely perfect pig for us. How many eels? 11 eel procs, 27 drill. I mean, we made the right call finding the pivot in with Neural Toxin there. Like, Neural Toxin when you already have Pylon is just like... Did I go down in rank? Excuse me, did I go down in rank? Wait, what? Okay. It's messed up, man. I got distracted by whatever, by that. Enchant 45 items. Well, hey, that was a really fun run. I mean, it's always a good time when you get to use Eels on Dooley. He has some fun things to take advantage of it. And, I don't know, I wish we found a higher tier Hamlet later. I think part of the issue that I often have with Hamlet is that I'm like, I find Hamlet early, I'm like, cool, I want to use Hamlet. And then I'm like, okay, Dooley doesn't really have any tools in his kit to use Hamlet. And then by the time I find any kind of tools, I'm like, I never found any upgrades for Hamlet. And I didn't want to waste my upgrades on Hamlet for a hedge. So it's like, I'm in this perpetual cycle where since Dooley's base kit doesn't have that much support for him, I don't know what to do with him. You gotta, like, find him when you already are on, like, a companion core run and you happen to get the heavy enchant on your core or something like that. Or, I guess maybe now, like, DJ Robot. And you get, you know, slow. I feel like, yeah, Dooley... Hamlet would be good in Vanessa's kit. Hamlet would be really good in Vanessa's kit. Hamlet doesn't make a lot of sense in Dooley's kit. with the current way it's set up. But I'm sure with the addition of packs and stuff in the future, hopefully they rework the pack system anyway. That's neither here nor there. But hopefully in the future, when more cards are added to Dooley, the support for Hamlet starts to make sense. And if that doesn't happen, then maybe Hamlet just gets a slight adjustment to make him more playable. But if you do that, you run the risk of him being an absolute menace if any other character finds him. But in my opinion, I think that's not really that big of a concern. Doesn't happen often enough to be worth balancing around, to be quite frank. Alas, though, that is that. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. Check out the channel for more Bazaar every single day, as long as you guys continue to support it, and as long as the changes to the pack system, etc. in Season 1 by tempo is sufficient. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.